This is my 2008 Audi R8 V8, which I've rebuilt. Now, I bought this car a few months ago from Mark McCann after he'd ride it around his field, but he had the dream of jumping it, so stripped it apart for parts, and then sort of left it. So he was left with a completely stripped and ruined R8, which was just perfect for me. So after a month of rebuilding this car and trying to get as close to perfect as I can, I think I'm now in a really good position to try and sell it. And because this car is HPI clear, that means in theory it should be worth the full value, but today, we're going to find out. That's because normally the cars which I buy and restore have been involved in a crash and have gone through the insurance and been sent to the salvage auctions. This puts a marker on the vehicle's history, reducing the value by up to 25%. But because this car hasn't been involved in a crash, it's just been heavily mistreated, that means that this car's not got this marker. So today we're going to go to 3 different places to try and get the best price on selling my rebuilt Audi R8. So the first place that we're going to go is We Buy Any Car, and this is the quickest way to get rid of any car besides burning it. And that's because We Buy Any Car will literally buy any car on the day, whether it's a rusty Corsa or a, what's a cool car?
Bugatti.
A Bugatti. So although they'll take any car off your hands, they're going to be paying the bottom of the bargain bin prices for it. So although this is the easiest option, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best. Wow. Okay, we are here, so let's see what the cheapest offer is on my Audi R8, which I rebuilt. So after hours of cleaning, rebuilding and restoring my Audi R8, how much were We Buy Any Car willing to offer us? Unfortunately, at this location, nothing, because we got kicked out for filming, even though the guy was super polite. So we decided to go to another location and stay more covert. So after arriving at location number 2 of We Buy Any Car, we tried to go for a second attempt to get a valuation on the R8. And this time we were successful. Hello, you're right. Yeah, not bad, thank you. I was wondering, would you be able to give me a price on my car quick? Is that all right?
Got all the documents and everything with you?
I've got a photo of the V5.
Give you a rough idea.
Yeah, that'd be good if you could, that'd be great.
So this lovely lady at We Buy Any Car had a look around the R8, but unfortunately there was a problem. Because I haven't had this Audi R8 in my ownership for over 4 months, she can't actually offer me anything for this car today. But she did give me an offer if I was to come back in 2 months' time and sell the car then.
18.2.
18.2?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
But we'd need you to go around it for 4 months.
Yeah, so in
2
the extra 2 months'
yeah.
time, it'll change again anyway, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. 18,200.
But right now we'd be looking about 18.2.
18.2, no worries. All right, thank you. Yeah,
You're
appreciate it. You have a great day. Look after yourself. So after getting kicked out of the first We Buy Any Car, we had to go to a second one, and they actually would not buy my car. So We Buy Any Car don't buy any car. But what they did say is because I've only owned it for 2 months since the V5's changed, and it needs to be owned for 4 months before they can buy it for money laundering reasons, which I guess is fair enough. But they said if that wasn't the case, they would be able to offer me £18,200 for this car.
That's far too much money.
Right, to save a bit of confusion, in one of Mark's recent videos, he said that the R8 was his. That was filmed before I had actually paid him for the car. This car is paid for now and is mine, so we can actually sell it. So the next way of selling a car, we're going to take it to the main dealer. We're going to Audi themselves to see if they will take this in part exchange against a newer model. I almost think they might not, to be honest. Because of the age of the car, they might not even want it. It's a possibility. Hopefully, if they do want it, they offer more than £18,200, because that is a joke. Okay, we're going to have to go potentially super covert on this. We're going to ask for permission to film. If not, we'll have to pocket the cameras and leave the mics running. But the first thing we need to do to make our story believable is find a car that I'm interested in first to part exchange this against. How about this one? TTRS, £41,000.
Is that the RS3?
I think this is it. Shib and Fibber.
Oh my god.
Chib and Fibber wrap.
That's actually pretty. Oh, is it wrap?
It might be PPF.
That RS3 is cool.
Oh, damn.
Is that like the same? That's the same RS3, isn't it?
Don't got the carbon wrap though. I kind of prefer it without it, to be honest. I like that. That's smart. That is nice.
The RS5, yeah.
Maybe I'm a bit out of touch on car prices. Oh damn.
Another R8.
That's loads better than mine.
113,000 for
I don't
that.
actually think that's that bad a price. The engine looks exactly the same, apart from it's a V10. But like the actual...
Yeah, that is so much better than yours, Chris. This one's
nice.
Faster, looks cooler, it's got more carbon fibre. I reckon you should try and say, look, I want to upgrade to this new...
Suit me.
To the new...
Does anything suit
You'd
me?
be letting the look down a little bit, mate. Yeah.
I feel like I'm way too much of a scrote for any of these cars.
So, after deciding on the Audi RS3, me and Jack popped inside the dealership and got the attention of a salesman, and then we could start talking about how much they would be willing to pay for my Audi R8. After going outside and having a look around the car, the salesman then came back in to give us a price.
There's a yellow suspension light on your dash when you start the car.
Yes.
Right. So we don't know what that problem is. Because it's got a light on it,
Yep.
we'd have to plug it into our kit in
Yep.
there, and then the boss can make it.
Can we go on the presumption that it's
Fixed.
not? Yeah, that it's fixed.
Yeah,
and then,
of course we can.
So
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
just
yeah.
do that, and then
Yeah.
so I can get that sorted. It's no
Yeah.
dramas to you guys. I might actually have to buy the car now.
The coffee's too good.
You're good. Do you not want
This
it?
is no. This is a very tricky one
Okay.
to value. You don't get these every day,
Yeah.
even for an Audi dealer. He thinks it's around about 20.
Okay. Yeah. That's what you guessed about.
I did guess 20.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a toughie. It's a nice car. You know, it's an early one, which is good because it's for nostalgia reasons. It's
Manual,
you know,
rare.
manual,
Rare
yeah.
colour.
Gated, man.
Actually, I'm trying to sell this to you now.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. You know, you don't have to. It's a lovely colour,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
everything, but it's kind of a.
And
bit of a
the other
niche.
good thing about it, not molested.
No, it's
Original,
very
yeah.
genuine. Yeah, you're right. It is genuine.
So the lovely guy at Audi noticed that there is a warning light on the dash of the R8, and it's been a bit intermittent, so we really need to try and find out what that is to get the most money for this car. So we're going to plug in our OBD11 reader and find out what that fault is. So all we're going to do is stick this device into the car's OBD2 port, and then with the car's ignition on, we've just got to fire up the OBD11 app. Hit connect, select the device, and then this will automatically detect that this car is an Audi R8, and then we can run a full diagnostics. And then by pressing this button here, we can scan all of the fault codes on the car. We're going to read through 20 different modules to see exactly what the fault could be. And in total, we have 21 faults, which is a lot more than what I thought it was. Let's find out what they are. So it's saying here the right rear level control system sensor is playing up, which means that one of my level sensors on the rear isn't right. So that narrows that down pretty nicely. I'm going to have a look at the driver's side rear, and hopefully that can clear my fault codes. But for now, what we're going to do is clear all of the fault codes on the car, because putting a blanket over your problems tends to fix them. But OBD11 can do so much more than just that, because for all BMWs from E-Series to I-Series and all VAG Group cars, OBD11 has a bunch of one-touch applications, so you can turn on hidden features in your car. So say for example on this R8, we can change the startup screen on the radio, we can activate the mirror dip with reversing, so that means that your mirrors point down so you don't curb your wheels, and also the acoustic lock confirmation, so you can hear when you've locked your car. So to grab yourself an OBD11 device, use the link in the description and discount code SLIX to save yourself some money. But now let's go and find out what the last place is going to offer on my Audi R8. So we've done 2 out of 3 of the ways to sell this car, and now we're on to the third, which hopefully should pay the biggest return, and that's taking it to a specialist performance car dealer. So we're going to go to Motion 8 Cars in the Melton area and see what they can offer on the R8. Now this place is a little bit special to me because I used to work for these guys when I was operating my detailing business, and this is the first place where I ever detailed a supercar. It seems surreal coming back here to me because I remember the first time I came here, I cleaned a baby blue Aventador, which is like my dream car, and also a Gen 1 V10 R8 GT in red, and now I'm back here in my own R8. Is that not just nuts? So we're going to see what stock they've got and also see what they will offer on my R8. Oh, whoa. And you can see, they've got some cars here.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingy she.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
How's things?
Hi, mate.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Everyone at home, this is Chris. So Chris and Chris, super easy to remember. Yeah, I'm gonna have a nose around quick.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know, yeah. I feel so glad to not come in. I have to put my hands in cold water.
No, that's it. Especially not today. I'm wearing the wrong coat as well.
So there is some things which might be able to tempt me here, and I'm doing my best not to be tempted. I've never actually sat in a Rolls Royce before, Chris.
Well,
And I nearly went for the
help
back.
yourself.
Thank you, mate.
Look at that.
Umbrella check. Ooh. Where's the umbrella? Ah! Whoa! How suave's that?
If you can't quite afford a boat, this is your next.
I definitely can't quite afford a
If you take
boat.
off the carpet mat, look underneath your feet.
It's got wooden floors.
Wooden floors.
That's nuts. I could do Monaco in this, definitely.
beautiful.
I can't see over the bonnet though.
No.
That's a bit of a problem. I have to jack the seat up a bit.
I can get you a cushion.
Yeah, I probably need that. Do you know what I couldn't do in this? take my hat off. Everyone would see my
You couldn't. What about me?
Everyone would see my bald spot. Can you let me know if you crash it? the tracky bottoms and dirty Air Force don't quite work anymore.
I think we'll swap keys. This is
yeah,
more you.
that's definitely more me. Now we're talking.
You fire away.
Now that is nice. Now that is nice. But still out of my price range. What's this worth?
260.
More than my house. Now, I know something about this one. M4, competition, 50th anniversary, badges. The one option that you want on one of these cars, interior please, carbon seats. Oh. Yes, I've seen a set of these for sale second hand and they're 10 grand.
10 grand?
10 grand
Really?
for the seats, yeah.
Oh my God.
Is this an individual colour as well? I think it is.
Riviera blue.
Oh, is it? Now we're talking.
This is definitely more you.
And do you know what? The seats fit me perfectly. I'm just the right amount of fat for them. What's this, like 80-ish?
Mid-60s.
Mid-60s? Yeah. That's cheap. Well, basically, it's 52 because the seats are worth 10 grand. Right, enough window shopping. So, we want to see, obviously we've got a book price of what the R8 is worth in part exchange, but we know the history with this car. We know it's had a bit of a hard life. So we want to see how good my repair is. Obviously, the car's not categorised, so there's no evidence of the repair being done, but we want to see how much you would catch me out on.
I know, Chris, looks pretty moody.
What would be like the main things that you look out for on one of these?
First of all, when I'm dealing with cars of this sort of age, it's tallying up mileage, because old R8s and old Lamborghinis, people can fiddle with the clocks, and it's easy to do. So you always tally up the seat edge and the steering wheel wear. It should work out about that sort of mileage. That's just on an initial. You have to get a car like this on the ramps and check. I would say that's held up. Again, it's Audi, so Audi, everything is quite tough. That would tally up that sort of mileage.
Okay.
Whatever you've done a good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, what you've done, it's held up well.
You didn't see that. No,
I heard something.
This is a common thing on the R8.
Loose.
It's a little bit loose. They've got the same mirrors as a TT, and when people take them off, there's a bolt in there which just always snaps.
Yeah, little bits of cosmetic things don't really concern me. There's a bit of paint over there on the plastics at the back. Again, you can feel the edge. You can see the line, the orange peel effect on the edge.
Yep.
It's a strange one. How do you get mud on the inside of the lights?
Clip to the clip of Mark driving it through the massive muddy puddle.
It's definitely not been off-road.
No.
Yeah, the rear lights seem to have had some action.
Yes, they've, again.
Action.
This is really annoying. A very expensive light lens is cracked. Whoever did this is in big trouble.
This one was from being pushed.
Okay.
And I think he dropped it there.
Yeah. Again, these are all things that can be done, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Nothing that's going to cause any...
But I presume that would affect the value slightly.
It would. But then again, for what it is, like I said, everything has a value.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Maybe we'll just chip you a little bit on the price. But
yeah, probably.
Again, it does depend on which car you're going to buy, whether it's the Super Fast or the Dawn. Yeah. All smooth.
I think it runs well for all things considered. I've never heard one that's run as well as that.
Doesn't sound too bad to me. I don't know, dashboard and everything looks really clean.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Right. Let's see exactly how much my R8 is worth then, with all of the damage took into consideration, because it's the only fair way of doing it.
Yeah, look, we know the history. You know, the paintwork, the owners, taking all these things into account. Like I said, the lights, it's all these little telltale signs. But like everything has a price. That the warning light we'd need to check. There's a couple of things, but really, I think we would take it as it is. 21,000.
It's better than Audi's price.
Yeah.
Better than Audi's price, yeah.
Yeah.
And
how far?
There might be a Ferrari up there or a Lamborghini, which could be interesting.
Like I said, as a part exchange, It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
We'll do something for you. But yeah, we'll take that in, Chris.
So there we have it. 3 different offers on the Audi R8 at a trade value. You've always got to bear in mind that's going to be considerably less than selling it privately, but none of those ways are how we're going to sell this car, because on the 11th of February, we're going to be meeting back up with Mark McCann, not only to show him the car, but also to try and sell it, because he's opening up a car dealership for the day. So if you do want to come down and check out the R8, the link's going to be in the description. That's all for this time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and I will catch you next time.